Do you ever wonder why some people seem to stumble into fortune, while others wait their entire lives for the wheel of luck to turn their way, yet it never does? We call it chance. We call it fate. Some even whisper it's destiny. But I've come to believe something different, something harder, something deeper. Luck is not found. Luck is grown. And like any living thing, it has a mother. Diligence. Benjamin Franklin once wrote, "Diligence is the mother of good luck." At first it sounds like a clever turn of phrase, something you might stitch into a pillow or find on a coffee mug. But if you stop, if you really sit with it, it begins to crack open the truth of life itself. Because luck in its purest form is not an accident. It is not a lottery ticket. It is not waiting for the stars to align. Luck is the fruit of seeds planted in silence, watered by sweat, and harvested in the moments the world calls coincidence. And that is where our journey begins today. This is Daily Drive Dose, where we don't just feed the mind, but awaken the spirit. So let us walk together through stories, through reflections, through silence, and discover how diligence gives birth to the kind of luck that changes lives. I want to take you to a small workshop centuries ago. The smell of wood shavings in the air. The echo of hammer against nail. A boy, barely 12 years old, works late into the night by candlelight. His name? Abraham Lincoln. Before he was president. Before Gettysburg. Before the Emancipation Proclamation. He was a boy, carving out words with calloused hands, teaching himself by the glow of fire, because books were scarce, and teachers even scarcer. Was it luck that placed Lincoln in the history books? Some might say yes, but what we see as luck was born from nights of quiet diligence, unseen, uncelebrated. The long hours. The endless learning. The persistence when no one was watching. It is diligence that prepares the soil for fortune to take root. It is diligence that makes chance feel inevitable. It is diligence that gives birth to luck. But let me ask you, what does this mean for us in a world flooded with distractions? Today we scroll endlessly through curated lives. We see highlight reels of success, filtered smiles, stories of overnight riches. And in the back of our minds a question forms, why not me? Why am I not lucky? But perhaps we're asking the wrong question. Perhaps the question isn't why luck avoids us, but where we have hidden our diligence. Because diligence is not glamorous. It is not Instagram-worthy. It is quiet repetition. It is the alarm clock at 5 a.m. It is choosing to study when Netflix calls your name. It is writing a single paragraph a day until a book exists that never would have been born otherwise. The world sees the book. The world calls it luck. But the truth, the luck was birthed in every quiet, unseen, disciplined moment before. I once met a man on a flight to New York. He wore an old suit, carried a briefcase worn with age. I asked him what he did. He smiled gently and said, "I'm retired now. But I used to sell insurance for 40 years. At first it didn't strike me as remarkable. But then he told me something I'll never forget. He said, every day I knocked on 30 doors. Every day. Sometimes 29 people said no. But that one, yes, built my family's future. Was it luck when he closed the big sale that set his career in motion? Some would say yes. But he knew the truth. It wasn't luck. It was diligence showing up to collect its reward. Diligence is not only about work. It is about presence. It is about staying when things get hard. About continuing when the world says stop. Think of the mother raising 3 kids, working 2 jobs, yet still finding time to sit by her children's bedside, whispering hope into their dreams. Think of the student who fails exam after exam but refuses to give up until one day the breakthrough comes. Think of the artist painting in obscurity for decades until one canvas, just one, catches the world's eye. The world calls it luck, but the truth is diligence. There is a paradox in our age. We crave instant gratification, but we long for lasting meaning. We chase quick wins, but we hunger for deep fulfillment. We trade diligence for dopamine and then wonder why luck never knocks on our door. But here is the secret. Diligence is the quiet architect of a life well lived. It builds luck not in the loud moments, but in the silent ones. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. And when the moment comes, when the world sees only the tip of the iceberg, diligence is what held everything beneath the surface in place. Slow down. Lower tone. Let me tell you another story. In the 1970s, a young man sat in his garage, tinkering with electronics. He had no roadmap, no guarantee, no safety net. He simply had curiosity, persistence, and an unusual dedication to detail. That man was Steve Jobs. We know the story. Apple, iPhones, a company that reshaped the world. But was it luck that gave him the breakthrough? Or was it the years of relentless trial and error, the hundreds of prototypes, the nights spent obsessing over the perfect curve of a device that would one day rest in billions of hands? Luck is the story the world tells. Diligence is the story the man lived. And yet, diligence is not only about success. It is about character. Because diligence demands patience. It demands humility. It demands showing up without applause, without recognition, without knowing when or if the reward will come. And isn't that the real test of life? To stay faithful in the silence. To work when no one claps. To believe without proof that every stroke of effort is carving the path towards something greater. But let me pause here. Ask yourself, where in your life have you mistaken absence of luck for absence of worth? Where have you given up too soon, thinking the universe had forgotten you? What if it was never about the universe forgetting, but about diligence still preparing? Because luck doesn't arrive dressed as luck. It arrives disguised as opportunity, and opportunity only reveals itself to those who have prepared for it. I think of J.K. Rowling scribbling her manuscript in cafes, broke, rejected, doubting herself. 12 publishers said no. Was the 13th acceptance luck? Or was it diligence carrying her across the threshold of despair? We call it luck when the book sells millions. But the truth, the truest truth, is that luck had a mother. And her name was Diligence. Now let us bring this closer. Closer to you. Maybe you are working on something right now that feels invisible. Maybe no one claps for you. Maybe no one sees. Maybe you yourself wonder if it even matters. And yet, the hours you give, the persistence you hold, the faith you carry, is not wasted. It is stored. It is gathered. It is compounded like interest in a bank account, waiting for the moment diligence gives birth to luck. So when that promotion comes, when the relationship blossoms, when the idea finally clicks, don't call it coincidence. Call it what it is, the harvest of diligence. And so, what have we discovered together? We discovered that diligence prepares the soil where luck can grow. That diligence turns setbacks into seeds. That diligence transforms patience into power. That diligence demands faith when no applause comes. And that in the end, diligence writes the story luck is given credit for. My friend, do not wait for luck. Do not chase fortune like a butterfly. Do not pray for destiny to change without first changing yourself. Instead, plant, work, persist, stay. And when the world looks at you and calls you lucky, smile gently, because you will know the truth. Luck is not a stranger who knocks at random. Luck is the child of diligence, and diligence is yours to choose. Soft music rise. Final breath of voice. This is the heartbeat of Daily Drive Dose. If these words moved you, let them move through you. Carry them into your days. And if you wish to keep walking this road with us, like this message, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe, not as a click, but as a commitment. A commitment to diligence. Because diligence is the mother of all the luck you will ever need.